Let's. Hello, having my morning coffee. So, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. I know you guys are, and ladies are all over the world, and we are excited that we've officially reached the end of the first phase, but we have more news, which is we have kind of reset the clock on this because we found that there were so many people who were still kind of very interested in moving forward, but were like not either finding a starting point or were just getting stuck and we're needing a little bit more help than this particular timeline kind of afforded. So our next official deadline to submit to get yourself through to Quest 9 is now going to be Monday, July 20th. So basically, giving you the weekend to finish up, and again another sort of 2.5 weeks to kind of keep moving forward. And we had a number of people sign up kind of mid JSAI Build-a-Thon, so we wanted to sort of give them also an opportunity. So the official one through Microsoft and the Microsoft Learn Student Ambassador community is done, and those projects have been submitted, and they're now going to be judged by the community. And so that's kind of, we'll actually take a look at some of those projects today. And then, but yeah, I just want to sort of announce that we, as a student-led part of the program, are going to create our own judging panel, our own prize package, and our own raffle, so that those who complete the quest are able to sort of enter to be judged. It's a light judging. I mean, it's just basically make your project, do your best. I mean, it's a pretty straightforward quest. It's just applying templates and then customizing them to your own interests for a kind of a larger benefit, kind of what is the value proposition that you have for your quest. And I am happy to say I have completed, although there were a couple ones that I really want to kind of go back to because I know there was so much more in there. And so I think kind of going through it again is going to just be an opportunity to keep drilling down and getting muscle memory on these skills, because I was so excited to be introduced to all of the amazing tools that are in there. But I will say I kind of bring up the lead on this because I'm a baby developer. And the reasons I know I'm a baby developer is that when I named my computer, I wasn't a developer at all. And I have a space between first name, space, last name, which is not how you write file names in code. And so that, basics of not even understanding, like when we started this challenge, like I knew that I was getting some flags when I was writing code that had my like secret keys in there, and they were getting flagging, and I was like, but where do I put them? I don't understand how this works. And Arian here, we have a session where he kind of talks about how you use the env files and how you use the git ignore. Now, for any seasoned developer, that's probably the most basic thing, and that's really obvious. But for those of us like myself who are just getting started in this journey, those are things that I needed extra help with. And so that extra help definitely was like understanding, like, oh, okay, what is the env file? Because it will say create an env file, but I didn't really understand what its purpose was. So that's where you label and hide your secret keys. And then with git ignore, you then put env.env in the git ignore file so that you are telling GitHub to ignore that file, do not upload it, do not look at it. Yet the other part of the code knows to go to the env file to look for those secret codes. So that was like foundational for me, just to want to say why I was kind of like struggling with quest 1 was I just didn't understand that. And I think actually by not setting that up properly, by the time I got through quest 2 and I think even quest 3, I'd actually broken the whole thing. And because once it sees them, it kind of can't unsee them. And I just had to figure out how to kind of clean the system. And it ended up breaking a bunch of links in my instructions. So I kind of I got to 3 and then I started over. And not all of them were perfect. I definitely had trouble getting 7 and 8 to commit. It did not, even though I was like, I've completed the task, it just was not confirming that I completed the task. So I'm going to need some sort of review and look at that. But I understood what was going on. And part of it may be that even though I did what the task said, I could never quite get the MCP to load properly. So that's, again, things I want to kind of go back and revisit. So I'm super excited to kind of live with this for another few weeks and invite everybody who started this challenge to just keep taking steps forward. It's really fun and there's a lot in there. And even though the challenges build on themselves, if you're here to learn and you are thinking like, okay, some of this is just a little too overwhelming for me, don't forget that you can still have complete power to sort of pick which quest you want to go into. So if there's something that's kind of really interesting to you, like, oh, I want to know how to build AI agents, you won't be able to follow the step-by-step the instructions because some of them do pull on things that you built before. But it will introduce you to sites that you can go to, APIs that you can pull from, different resources that are available, extensions you can add to VS Code. And there's a lot of supporting documentation within each of them. So even if you just sort of saying, hey, I'm just here to learn and maybe not do the whole thing, because if you're like me and you're coming at this as a baby developer, there can feel like there's a few blocks to moving forward. But don't be afraid of just getting in and looking at the materials, because I know for myself, like a lot of my learning has been a bit messy, but I just kind of you layer and you build on the knowledge that you have. And like every time you do something, you just get more foundational knowledge that you can build upon. So even if it's messy, I still encourage everybody to have fun with it. It is, and also there's an amazing network that's here for everybody because we have over 80 people in our troop alone, and we're part of a global network of hundreds of participants who've been part of this Build-a-Thon. And I think our student group was definitely there to work out any kinks and give feedback so that this whole GitHub repo can be available to other people going forward. So it's all there and it all exists. And so I think it is an amazing introduction to the whole suite of Microsoft tools that are there. So with that, the big announcements we have, again, are July 20th, which is a Monday, is going to be the new deadline to get everybody going and across the finish line. And we're going to invite you to do 5 quests to enter into the raffle. So we're going to get our prize package together, and we actually have some requests from our mentors at Microsoft to sort of build into that so that we can make it fun and just add just another level of incentive for people to participate and get it done and just learn these new skills and be able to make things with these tools, which I think is just super cool. So I went from being someone who was just absolutely a lagger and going in this and just had a lot of stuck points. But once I kind of got unstuck, I was able to move through. And just another piece of advice too, if you are in the baby coder category like I am, I would definitely encourage vibe coding. And the vibe coding is basically you're coding with AI. And so use the AI to learn AI. It doesn't matter which tools you use. I used a combination of ChatGPT. I used a combination of Claude, and I didn't really use Gemini in this, but you can. Whatever AI tools you like to use, I recommend them because they will help you get unstuck. They will help you learn. It is a combination of making sure that you're reading the quest and then working with the AI tools. But a lot of the things, like, again, I didn't really understand the .env and git ignore. And I was able not only to have Arian here explain it to us, but also to go in and say, how do I apply this? Or how do I write this code? Or a lot of times when it wants you to add code to existing code, I could kind of give it to the AI and have them clean it up for me or fix it for me. And a lot of things, like when I made mistakes and I had to sort of undo them, I was able to, rely a lot on that coding advice. So I would say if you are a starter, definitely consider, using your ChatGPT, your Claude, or your Gemini to help get you unstuck and move a bit faster. Now, one of the differences between free and paid versions of these is that a free version, you can kind of type in your question. The paid version, which I use, I'm able to take a screenshot and share what I see, or upload a file, or share even my code files. So that is another kind of way that you can just move faster through this. Again, if you're finding yourself just stuck, or I don't know, or I don't understand, or the instructions aren't as clear as I need them to be, I think I know the way I got through it was using AI to help me code. So that is another tool. Since it is an AI Build-a-Thon, you are invited and welcome to use AI to help you on that journey. So I really want to make sure that everybody has that as an option of knowing that you have additional tools to help you get through it. So with that, I just wanted to see, I think they've posted what people have done for their final projects. So I'm just going to go check that out and see if they did. Maybe we can look at some of what that final project looks like. And to understand that the final projects are basically an introduction to the available templates and packages that are there, and that, oh yeah, okay, cool. So we can start to see kind of who has submitted. Okay, so I've got, all right, so I'm going to share my screen here and we'll go take a look at that. If anybody has any questions, please feel free to pop them in the chat. And I'm going to do a share screen. All right, so here we are. And this is the the main repository. This is where everybody starts and gets their code. And then we have this timeline. Again, we're resetting the timeline. And you've got the unique hands-on quests for JavaScript, TypeScript developers to build AI apps on Azure AI Foundry, and developers and AI engineers. Now, again, I'm kind of in the baby developer category, and perhaps some people have joined this sort of without sort of some of those foundational skills, and that's okay. We can get you there with those foundational skills, and there's kind of what you need to do to get started. And then this is the community voting, which they've just now started. So just putting a like on their GitHub issue submission, the projects that the highest community love earns People's Choice Spotlight at the finale. So let's see, we've got Axe from Sri Lanka, AI-powered legal assistant for Sri Lankan government documents that enables fast citation-backed legal Q&A and search for citizens and professionals. Jua Katiba AI Agent, a serverless RAG-powered chatbot that explains and interprets Kenyan legal constitutional documents, empowering citizens to defend their rights. You okay? Meet Vish AI, your mental health companion, an AI chatbot using RAG and LangChain for empathetic conversation and resource-based emotional wellness support whenever needed. VMware Tools Broadcom, a Python tool for automatic syncs, archives, and manages VM tools from Broadcom, saving time and providing easy access for IT users. Onboarding software, customizable recruiting and access platform, leveraging in templates to StreamYard candidate screening and enable a healthy workplace culture. DeepMind Sentinel, AI safety assistant built on chat templates, providing miners with real-time underground safety guidance and accident prevention monitoring. Climate Action Assistant, intelligent AI-powered climate action coach, delivers personalized, location-aware gamification environment advice to help users reduce their carbon footprint effectively. AI Career Navigation, your personal AI coach, an AI-powered coaching application that analyzes resumes, identifies skills gaps, and guides developers to targeted job opportunities, interviews, readiness, and skill growth. That is from our co-lead, Ariane. So if you're looking at projects, take a look at his. AI FODMAP, food helper, friendly AI shopping companion that provides instant map ratings and tailored IBS safe grocery advice, making low FODMAP diet accessible. Healthy Living Advisor. We've got FitMind AI, Mr. Bones, AI Anatomy Assistant, transforms learning about human skeletal systems into engaging cloud-based viral tutorial. Academic Advisor, specializing RAG-powered AI systems that provide intelligent course recommendations, prerequisite guidance, and academic pathways for students across multiple degree clusters. CybSec, an AI-driven cybersecurity chatbot that educates users, detects threats, and assists in real-time incident response through natural human-like conversation guidance. AI-powered mental wellness assistant for delivering empathetic conversations, stress relief guidance, and motivational support through private chat interface. Your AI prompt assistant, PromptFix, intelligent prompt engineering assistant that analyzes, debugs, and improves user prompts while providing AI-driven guidance. AI Travel for Sri Lanka, conversational gen assistant that offers reliable document-based travel guidance and local recommendations tailored specific for visitors to Sri Lanka. The co-founder who never sleeps, AI co-founder assistant that provides idea validation, step-by-step startup guidance, and emotionally intelligent mentoring for solo entrepreneurs. Dr. AI, an AI health companion that offers real-time symptom triage, lifestyle advice, and always available access for remote and underserved populations. WanderWizBot, an AI-powered travel assistant for offering personalized city-specific guidance and real-time tips for travelers through a chat interface. And MedBot, AI medical symptoms and disease assistant. So we've got all of those. Let's start with looking at our Career Navigator, which is Aryan's project. Here we go. So project submission. And he is giving his introduction. He's got a video walkthrough. Let's check out the video walkthrough. Okay, the problem job search is broken. Solution AI Career Navigator, why he chose Azure Search OpenAI demo template, and the links to his repo, and your vote can make a difference. We'll go ahead and vote for him. He is getting lots of love. We love that. And he's got a lot of supportive comments. Cool. All right, so we're going to stop sharing that. I'm going to come back to hello. All right, so I'll add back to the screen. Okay, so we are, I think that kind of wraps it up for today. We've got some really cool projects. You can check them out in the main repository and sort of see what people have done. I know my one will be uploaded there soon. And we just want to like reset the time. And then now just like kind of now that I've been through all of them, it's a much better time for me to sort of like slowly kind of go back through them one by one and make sure everybody is like getting unstuck, getting their questions answered, and just motivating to, you know, put the time in the calendar and just get it done, because it's a really, really cool build-a-thon, and it's something that's going to add to your portfolio, add to your skill set, and just make you aware of just all of these incredible tools and packages that are just ready for deployment. And so I think the team at Microsoft just has done such an amazing job of just packaging all of these resources and tools and making them very accessible. And the instructions, for the most part, are very clear. But for someone like me, who's just, like I said, on the baby developer side, it has just been really, really helpful to also use AI to help me, as well as the resources. There's also the Discord. We have a WhatsApp group. There's just, you know, and it's not as effective to email me or LinkedIn me, but I know some people have done that. There is a community tab on Teachable, but nobody's quite been using that yet. So, but we do look for things, and I know I've got a few communications that I'll circle back to today and just reach out to everybody and give them the update about like the new deadline, and just wanting to sort of, yeah, just like get people going on this, because it is really cool. And it might feel a bit overwhelming, but that's why I said the more familiar you can get with it, or just peek into different challenges, maybe like ahead of where you are, just to see what some of the resources are, and just familiarize yourself. But then, you know, starting at the beginning, because every task definitely builds on each other. So that's kind of our update for now. I'm going to leave it there because I don't see any questions in the chat, but obviously if you have questions, we welcome them. And this concludes our JavaScript AI hackathon for phase 1. And we're going to be back with a bit more for phase 2, which again was going to have some judging, some mentoring, and some prizes, which will include a raffle for those who get to quest 5. So even if you don't finish, you'll still be entered to win. And we also really want to encourage people who do finish to start looking at those Azure AI exam certificates. There's AZ 900 and there's AZ 102. So those are other things you can sort of look to build onto this as you build your AI portfolio, and then you can call yourself an AI engineer or AI developer. So however you want to phrase that, you're definitely on the path. So excited to have everybody joining us and being part of this. And if just learning about this now, again, it's not too late to start because we're doing round 2, and happy to have you all be a part of it. Okay, see you next time.